Hello there. It's good afternoon, or good morning where you may be, or maybe it's evening at this time for you. But I just want to say hello from Mama J's Country Gardening. I always got a lot to talk about coming from Mama J's Country Gardening. I can tell you this right now. We're looking at nearly 3 feet of snow in zone 6B slash 7A, which is where they say I am on the count. Okay. And I ain't mad at the snow. It's still feeding. It's still wet, and although it's fluffy water. It's still feeding my garden for what I have out there. So I mean, I have turnip greens still growing. I have some spinach still growing. Um, Collards, broccoli. Very few beets left. Um, and of course onions from my planting in the early fall, and garlic, they're still growing. But I just want to say to you, I'm looking forward to the spring. I really am. I'm looking at everyone else's YouTube programs, and they're talking about starting your seeds and things like that. Well, I'm still busy. I am planning my garden as always. I've already laid out a long time ago my floor plan, and I purchased my seeds and still add in some from time to time. I also been doing my research on different things I'm working on. So I mean, you just can't go by uh, just the YouTube channels. It helps you in setting up your garden and learning different things about different types of plants. But you also have to do the research yourself. And my background, as I told you before, is in research. So that's natural for me um, to experiment and to um, read and do some research. In this video, you're going to see some of the books that I've read since I last talked to you. And let me throw out some titles to you, okay? And then we'll also show the pictures I had to return them to the library, so I don't have them here right now. Um, but one, I told you, mentioned to you before about Michelle Obama having a book about gardening when she and her husband were still in the White House, okay? So it says American Grown, and that's Michelle Obama's book. I also read a book by Nancy Bogle called The New Seed Starter's Handbook. And I'm not new to gardening in any kind of way, okay? I'm just continue to enhance. And I also share my knowledge with others, okay? There was a book called Seeds, and it's called The Triumph of Seeds by Thor Hansen. I recommend these books, honestly, I do. And I was trying to figure out about this hydroponic growing, vegetable growing that some of the newer generation is working on. And I'm not feeling all that much, but maybe I'll change, Sky's the limit, as I always say. And so a book I was reading was called The Hydroponic Hothouse, and the author was, I can't make out the name too well. Anyway, look that up. Hydroponic, Hydroponic Hothouse is the name of the book. And it's an easy read. So there'll be pictures of these books that Camera Lady will add to this video. Okay? Um, yeah. Okay. So let's get started. Um, right now, today, we're looking at temperatures. I think it's about 26 degrees. It's still dropping. Um, this is Super Bowl Sunday, and one of the dogs had a lot of in my video. Okay, sorry about that. So we're going to begin with the scripture, and that scripture today is coming from Proverbs chapter 25, verse 13. As the cold of snow in the time of harvest, so is a faithful messenger to them that send him. For he refresheth the soul of his master. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for that word. And it's so appropriate for today. Thank you. So, Mama J, what are we going to do? Well, this is what we're going to do. First, I'm going to say welcome back to all those who are subscribers and regular viewers to Mama J's Country Gardening channel. I hope you continue to enjoy the content for which I'm bringing to you from a good place. Also, welcome to those that are first-time viewers of my channel. And I just want to say that I truly hope that you gather as much as I'm giving you from this video. And I'm looking for a mighty thumbs up, as well as if you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe bell. Hit that subscribe button and that bell so that you'll be notified for any future videos. Okay? We're in the snow in zone 6B/7A in Pennsylvania. And I gotta tell you, I'm gonna throw out a few things to you that I need you to be aware of that's going on in our area, and I don't know how it's affecting you. So I have to share something with you. I've noticed in the market, and I go to various different markets, and they're top quality supermarkets. No offense to anybody, okay? Because I believe in putting the best and the fresh into my family's bodies, okay? So, but I've noticed, and by the way, let me just share with you, what I'm purchasing in the market is that I'm not growing on in my own yard, or that I don't have, that I can gather from the local farm, or that I don't have already canned or in my freezer, okay? Just so you know. So, since about November, I tried to count it off as being just Thanksgiving time. But since about November of 2020, I noticed that the spices shelves and the seasoning racks have been pretty empty. Now, the more expensive spices are on the shelves, but those that you buy that's quality, that's also most reasonably priced, are non-available. I don't know what's going on. Okay, but it didn't clear up in December. It didn't clear up in January, and we're now in almost mid-February, and I'm still seeing the same. So I thought I'd mention this now. You know, if you're seeing this in your market, can you kind of like leave a comment down below, because I'm wearing the strongest glasses, and I know what I'm looking at. Okay, so I'm just saying, I'm just saying. So seasonings seems to be not so available in the markets. Okay. Now, this is when some of the YouTube channels I've seen have created their own garlic powder. All right, now, giving me ideas. Because Mama J believes in playing with her food. All right. Another thing I've noticed is chicken wings. Now, I already told you how I continue to ask my family, when are you going to allow me to have a chicken? So they have a big sign up in our kitchen that says Mama J's Country Kitchen, with a big chicken in the middle of it. Oh, Mom, there's your chicken. Okay. One day. And for holiday, I got a pair of winter boots and it had chickens all over the boots. Well, Mom, there's your chickens. Okay, thank you very much. I'm getting closer. But I gotta tell you, in the markets, they don't have any chicken wings. Not family packs. You might see a small pack that has about, maybe 8 wings in that pack, but not the packages that you have to feed your whole family on. It's a family pack, okay? You know what that looks like. I think it maybe have 15 or 20 wings in it, I think, something like that. I've never counted, but I haven't seen them in the market. You have to buy a few small packs in order to get that volume for the family pack. So pay attention to that too. I don't know what that's about either. Now, it's not related to the Super Bowl, because they eat a lot of wings for the Super Bowl. But it's not related to the Super Bowl. But this has been going on now for better than 2 months. So pay attention to that. And let me know what your thoughts have been about it, if you even paid any mind. But check it out. So I'm just going to say that much. I'm not going to go into any further detail about that. But I just thought it was kind of strange. Just really strange. And that's all. And so, and then even though we have that going on, or whatever's going on in this world of ours, I just want to say, I still thank God for everything and everybody. For every experience that he gives us, it's a growing experience. And you only can look to him for support. And that is what I do. Look high. Look high. I ain't mad at it. I'm just mentioning it. Okay? Okay, so Mama J, what we're going to do? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Okay? Thank you for hearing me vent for just a second. We're going to give you an update on some things I've gotten. I told you about the books that I have been reading, and I'm constantly reading. I also have before me another catalog that I want to talk to you about just briefly. I want to share with you about my newest item that I received, one of many, but it's appropriate for the time. I have a farmer's almanac here that I want to mention to you, okay? And we're, of course, going to cook. We're going to go in the kitchen. And for tonight, using some of those vegetables that I've told you about that I have canned or I have them frozen, we're going to have stir fry for dinner tonight. Shrimp stir fry, all vegetables, and steamed rice. Okay? So you'll see that. So let me give a shout out. Let me say happy birthday to all of the folks that are celebrating a birthday in the month of February. Today is February 7th, 2021. I got that year right finally, 2021. Special shout out I want to make to, and if you give me a minute and rock with me, I want to say happy birthday to my cousin Paula. I want to say happy birthday to Diana. Diana is in California. Paula is in Virginia. Love you, everybody. I'm mentioning them, plus some I can't mention in this video because there's so many birthdays in the month of February. I don't know what goes on when February was a very busy month for babies. But happy birthday to Paula. Happy birthday to Diana. Happy birthday to Chandra. Happy birthday to Walter. Happy birthday to Larry. Happy birthday to Jana. And happy birthday to my daughter, Latoya. Latoya is very, very special, and so is everyone else here, but Latoya is very special. And I just want to say, I thank God for every minute that he's allowed her to come into this world and be with me. And also, she is so fantastic and sweet. So, beautiful person. I just want to say happy birthday to everyone that is celebrating a birthday in the month of February. God bless you too. Many more Februarys to come. So we're going to move on now. I got to tell you, Mama J is always doing something. So this is a catalog here that I received. And I've been studying and shopping through Johnny's Selected Seeds. This is their 2021 catalog. And you may recall, and if you haven't, you should know that in this catalog, there's some companies that sell seeds. There's some companies that sell seeds and supplies. Some that sell seeds, supplies, and tools. So in Johnny Seeds, and again, note that Mama J is not monetized by anyone. I'm just sharing. I shop all around. They have seeds, tools, and supplies, and insects, insect repellent, and fungicides. They have it all. Okay. Seed trays. Oh God. They have a lot. They have a lot. Check them out. Check them out. Wheel hose, grow bags. Okay, just to mention some. All right, it's kind of things you can do. Get all the supplies you need because you're gonna need these things. You're gonna need them. Okay, so there's Johnny Seeds. I gotta show you my new toy. I told you about the grow lights and the heat mat. So this is my heat mat. Most recently was delivered. Thank you very much, Camera Lady. Camera Lady brought me this. All right. All right. So this, can you zoom all the way into that, Camera Lady? Can you see the mat there? Okay, I'm going to take it out of the box. How about that? Because I've been dying to take it out of the box. I haven't yet, so bear with me. I love unwrapping things. Here it is. And I want you to know this is my first time seeing it too. I've just been walking around with it under my arm ever since it was delivered. Sure wish spring would come on. Okay, here it is. Okay. There you go. So what you would do is place your tray, your seed tray on top of there. You plug this in. There's the plug. This, the cord. And let it get hot where the temperature it needs to be. When you're growing, and we'll talk about this at another time, but when you're growing tomatoes, you want heat under those tomatoes. When you're starting up seed trays with tomatoes, they require heat, helps them to germinate. Also, they like warm weather, right? Peppers require even higher heat temperatures. They like 75, 80 degrees. So, you got to give them what they want if you want them to give you what you want. Okay? Well, here's my heat mat. There you go. All right. So I'm going to put this over here. Now, let me tell you, this is where I want to talk about the Farmer's Almanac. You might want to invest in buying you one of these, okay, for 2021. It's not highly expensive. This one was $7.49, but I've seen it as much as $15, okay? I don't need a whole lot of that other information, that whatever that $15 one is, this one is just perfect for me. So the Farmer's Almanac in here, remember I told you before, and just so you know, it's important to know what your last frost dates are, okay? And so for this information here, I'm going to tell you. All right. I creased the page so I can go right to it. in Pennsylvania, and I'm in the suburbs of Pennsylvania, outside Philadelphia. Each area is different. Erie, Pennsylvania, Lebanon, it lists Philadelphia, it lists Pittsburgh, it lists Wilkesboro. Okay, but to be more specific, you can go to the Department of Agriculture for your state and look up your zip code. Enter your zip code, and it'll tell you what your last frost date range is. Okay, but in the almanac here, it tries to get specific. It says for Philadelphia, the last frost date is April the 6th. Okay, now what I know, and I'm not saying it's wrong because who really knows but God? According to the Department of Agriculture, the last frost date period is for zone 6B, 7A, and be specific just like that because we're right on the top, is April the 15th to May the 1st. Between April the 15th and May the 1st. Okay? And that's not hard to take. So I could start seeds up, and to be comfortable, I would not start my seeds before late March. I really wouldn't. That's what I'm thinking. Now there's some things I can start, and I will see how I feel as I get closer to March. But I want to start up some more Chinese cabbage, Napa cabbage. I can do that. I can start up some more broccoli. I can start some Brussels sprouts. So there are things I can do, but right now I'm okay. I'm itching to get started, but um, I don't want to jump in blindfolded. I know what I'm doing. I know when I want to do it, but I'm actually trying to see which way the wind is blowing. Let me see. Let me see. I'm doing stuff like that. Okay, we got some major snowstorms going on, and you know what? It's all good for the garden. It's really good for the garden. Okay, they're covered with snow, but I'm getting moisture, and I have a cotton. I have a cotton cover over top of them, and they're okay. I can still go out there and get me some kale with my boots that go up to my knees. I can still do that. hmm Um, I can go out there and grab a whole stalk of Brussels sprout off and bring in the house, and cook like that. So I'm good. But I just want to say that it's important to do your research. It's important to do your research. Okay? Do the reading. The library is loaded with materials. You can go online too, but also just go to the library the first opportunity you can. Catalogs coming in. Some catalogs come in with details, and you can take it from there and study further. All right. So I just want to say thank you so very much for hanging out with me and Mama J's Country Gardening. I hope you've gathered some information from this part of our video, and we're going to take it to the second part, and that is cooking. Okay, actually that's the third part because we did our Bible scripture, and we talked about gardening, and now we're going to cook a meal with our harvest. Okay, God bless. See you in the kitchen. Getting ready to prepare our dinner, and I'm taking you with us to prepare this dinner. So thank you for keeping me company as I make our dinner tonight. It's a really cold night tonight, so but it's still beautiful, always, every day. So what are we having? I'm stir frying. We're going to stir fry um, green beans. They were from my garden and they have been frozen. Okay, so I washed them prior to video, and I also blanched them, boiled them for about 15 minutes. Okay, in lightly salted water just to make it so that they'll be tender when I stir fry them. That's how I'm making it today. Anyway, I have my pressure cooker out, and so I'm showing you the usage of it today. I'm making rice in here. All right, so the rice has been soaking in my pressure cooker for about 5 hours because I knew I was making this today, and this helps to get the starch off of it. So we'll salt and water, and now I've got to wash it. So want to come in a little close? Can you see, Kimberly? Okay, I'll bring it in. So I have water here with salt, and I've been soaking this rice now for about 5 hours. So I'm going to start washing it now. You'll come and join me with that. And I wash my rice at least 4 times, or until I see that I'm not going to have a lot of the cloudiness. So just one moment, I'll get a spoon. And I just stir around in it. Okay. I'm going to put more water in. I see a brown rice in there that I don't want. And you know, when I was a kid, we used to search all through the rice before cooking it for pellets. And it's not so much of that in there now with automation. But every now and again, you'll see a small stone. So while you're washing your rice, look out for that. Storing it off. Okay. Already beginning to look clear. We make a lot of rice here, I do. And because we rice a lot. A lot of times we have cauliflower that takes the place of rice. Today we're going to have rice, regular rice. I think I'll do it one more time and I think we'll be good. So it's going to be a large amount. One that will allow us to be able to eat. We'll have a meal tonight with it. Maybe we'll have a meal with rice tomorrow night. Maybe not. But sometime in the next couple of days we'll have rice again. And I will only have to heat it up. Okay. Okay. It's a lot of rice. Let's see what it measures since there's measurements in here and see if I can see. Looks like, okay, this looks like 6 cups. It's like 6 cups of rice. So now I'm going to put water in here up to 8, the 8-cup line. You want to always have about 2 cups or an inch higher than the level of rice that you have in. So there's that. Okay. All right. Put that in here. I have my pressure cooker already plugged in. So I'm going to turn it on. Okay. And set it to what I'm cooking. So it has all these different levels. Keep warm, cake, poultry, that's cake, poultry, multigrain, slow cook, and there's rice. Okay? So let me see. All right, push start again. I'm gonna put just a little bit of rice, a little bit of salt in there. Just helps rice along. That's enough of that. That's about a half a teaspoon, I would say. We're not big rice people, but it's just enough to get this going. I'm gonna put the top on. Make sure that the steamer top is on sealing. That's what I'm gonna put on. Ooh, that's music to. Okay, here we go, and it's locked. So that's gonna do its own thing. I don't have to worry about it. And now I'm going to talk about these green beans. So here are the green beans. This one, pretty. Okay, so I washed them. They were in my freezer from harvesting over this summer months into the late, I should say, the mid-fall. Then I was done with green beans, and whatever I had, I was constantly putting them away if we weren't eating them or if I wasn't sharing them. So here are some. So now I washed them. I have washed them pre-video, and I told you, blanched them, had them in the pot for like 15 minutes in salted water, and now they're drained. Rinsed them, and now I'm getting them ready for my wok, because I'm going to be stir frying in my wok these green beans, okay? So let me tell you what I got going on here. You can put whatever you want in your stir fry, okay? You can stir fry any vegetable, all right? So I'm stir frying green beans tonight, and we're gonna have it with fresh shrimp. So in this bowl, I have fresh shrimp. I've already washed them, deveined them, and I cut them in small edible pieces. That's what's in here. Okay, shrimp fast. So anyway, those are ready to go in when it's time. Have carrots. If you know anything about Mama J, we don't have a meal unless we have vegetables with that. So here's carrots. These are carrots out of a bag. These are not from Mama J's garden, and it's not from the farm. It's a simple bag of carrots, and I cut them up into edible pieces again. All right. I have here chopped garlic. It says 3 cloves here of garlic. I love garlic. I love flavor. So it's chopped up there. I have 5 really skinny scallions. They did come out of my garden. I chopped those up like so and washed them and chopped them. I have horseradish, and in this video, I'm going to share with you a picture of a whole horseradish. Looks like that, about that long. Anyway, I have that. And I got it from the farm, and I've been putting it in some of my recipes. Not enough that it like pows your mouth out, but enough to get flavor. So I just cut a little small. I would say this is about 2 tablespoons here of fresh horseradish. A quarter of a bell pepper, orange bell pepper, is what's here. and I chopped up a one stalk of celery, small end, and chopped it up and put it in here. Okay, so that's what I have there. I'm using Mrs. Dash tonight. We are not salt people, okay, but I want the flavor, so we're using table blend Mrs. Dash. You can use salt if you like. Onion powder. Because I'm adding shrimp, I'm going to flavor up those shrimp, and so I'm using Obey seasoning just a little, just to give it some color and also more flavor. Soy sauce. This is low sodium soy sauce, okay? So there's soy sauce. Garlic powder. You flavor your food like you want it, okay? And I'm going to flavor our food like we need it. Black pepper. And it's just going to have a little bit of ginger in it. So, ginger powder, ground ginger. And I'm using extra virgin olive oil in my wok in order to cook everything and bring it together. So, that's how this is going to go. So, hang out with me while I prepare our dinner tonight. And I want you to know I'm not talking. I'm just focusing on making dinner. Okay? since I put those seasonings down into the oil before I place the vegetables in, that allows them to just cook right on in there together on top of the vegetables, which is gonna make this really a mouth-watering dinner tonight. The aroma is permeating already through the house. My older daughter was like, and how much longer before that's ready? How about that we just oil cook it? Let that do its thing, turn it up just a little. And now I'm going to add in, I'm going to put my bell pepper in. Move it over a little bit. The horseradish going in. You don't have to have it in yours. Just the flavor that I want in this dinner tonight. Now I'm going to add celery. Just a little celery. Now I'm going to put the scallions in. Every little bit helps. And last but not at all least, it's the garlic. Oh yeah, babe. Put all that goodness in there. Okay. That's great. The freshness of this food is going to be great. But also, it's very nutritious. Very nutritious. Ooh, that smells good. Gotta figure out a way one day on YouTube how to get the smells, the aromas into the videos. Somebody come along and invent that. I'm losing it. I'm gonna eat this one. I just tasted that I'm needing some more pepper. Okay. I'm adding some more onion powder. That's a little garlic, not much. And now I'm going to put in some soy sauce. really, really disturbing my stomach muscles. I am so wanting to dig into this. Oh. You're going to have to make this at home. One night my aunt asked me, she says, do you cook every night? I said, oh, I do. And I cook every night as if it's Sunday. Let me tell you what they do in this house. If I make hot dogs and pork and beans, they're like, oh, that's what we're having tonight? Yeah, because, see, that's unusual. That's a quick meal like that. That's maybe one day a week. Maybe one day a week. Okay. So I'm going to leave this alone for a little bit and come back, okay? Go ahead. So this is really cooking down nice. So for about 25 minutes. And so now I'm going to add, and during that 25 minutes, you stir it and you let it cook by itself, and then you taste it. Just make sure it has the flavor that you want, okay? I added some more pepper, black pepper, and I added some more garlic powder. Sprinkled in as I'm looking for the taste that I wanted. And I added in some more soy sauce. So, and it's still delicious. It's really tender now. I'm going to have a little crunch to go with my carrots. I wanted that, but not too crunchy. But the green beans going to have the good flavor in your mouth. But I don't want them like cooked all the way soft. But I have them tender to the mouth. So, let's see. I'll take one. So here's one. It's good. Full of flavor. Oh goodness. Okay. And some more flavor is going to come in because I have seasoned the shrimp. I'm going to add them in because they don't take long to cook. And this is almost done. And my rice looks like it'll be ready in another 4 minutes or something like that. It's counting down. Looks like everything's going to be ready about the same time. So I made some space in my wok so I can bring in the shrimp. This is looking fantastic now with all that steam coming out. See that? It's beautiful. Vegetables are tender. Just a little tiny crunch in the carrots, which is what I want. Flavor is good. The shrimp are in there. Okay. We're ready to eat. I'm going to turn this off. Oh boy. I want to get every bit of that. Alright. So I'm going to go over here now. The rice has been finished. It's just been warm. The timer says 17 seconds, 17 minutes. 17 minutes it's been warming. What is it? Seconds? I'm only joking. Hello. Anyway, I didn't give you any humor in this video. So, all right. So it's been warm. Now I'm gonna turn it off. I like this part where the steam come flying out. I guess it's exciting. Oh, there it is. Gotta be really, really careful. You get seriously burned from that. The rice is done. It's been done. I like my pressure cooker. So many things that you can do with it. So far I've only made rice with it. So while that steam is coming off, I'm going to plate up my stir fry here. Look at that. It lays right in. This is going to be my plate. Isn't that pretty? So whenever the steam stops coming through, I'm going to get some rice out of there. Boy, that looks so good. My mouth is watering. I wish you could join us. We have some extra seat at our table. Be careful. That's nice music. Oh, that's pretty. Sometimes I put a pat of butter around on top of the rice. Okay, I'm gonna plate this up now. Okay. I like my rice with a little bit of black pepper on it. That's just me. And you know, you can take your vegetables and lay it on top of your rice, or you can have it separate. If my daughters and my grandson want to put their stir fry on top of their rice, they can do that themselves, or they can eat it separately. But for you, I'm going to let you see this. Whole green bean here. Very hot. That's good. Now I'm gonna get some shrimp with the rice and green bean. I'm trying to put it all in there. Wish you could have some. Camera lady, I'll make you a plate, okay? I'll make you some, camera lady. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. You know, it make you dance. Woo! Have a good night. Thank you.